Hey all, Dave Keller Williams. And this week I went down to the courthouse again to take a look and see what was happening at the auction. And this week there were about 17 homes that were up on the block for auction. And fortunately, only 3 of them did actually go for sale. And the home that I have on the screen here is one of them. Now, this home I figured was worth maybe $310. It's sold on the courthouse steps for $265. I say that because I have investors who are interested in buying homes like this, and they could save some money and get pretty good deals. And it's part of why I'm making the video. The other part, though, is I reached out to these homeowners prior to the sale of their home on the courthouse steps, and for whatever reason, we didn't connect. I left a card, I sent a letter, I phoned them, I had an email that I thought was good. None of them they responded to, and I get that because pride could be an issue. They may see me as the realtor who's only in it for their commission, and yet my commission would have been a very small part of what they end up losing because the home went to foreclosure. Again, the home sold on the steps of the courthouse for $265, and I feel it was easily worth $310. So for the $45,000 that they gave up, again, the commission would have been a part of that, and you know, it's not cheap, I get that. And yet, they would have put more money in their pocket if they had talked to a professional. Their alternative, of course, and I'm sure they got the little yellow card that said, hey, we'll pay cash for your house, and we'll close in 7 days. Those offers are usually 50 or 60 cents on the dollar, and so they would have lost even more money, but they wouldn't have paid commission, but they would have lost more money. The other thing is, I think sometimes their pride gets in the way, or they don't want to talk to a stranger, or they see me as the bad guy who's in there for my commission, and I get that. And yet, this is the biggest investment that they have. And a good part of their equity was lost because of pride. I don't know. Whatever. Maybe they just never got my information, and I get that too. If you know of somebody who is in the position where they are behind, or they may be heading to foreclosure, reach out to your realtor, your friend, reach out to me. Yes, we're in it for our commission, I get that. And yet, oftentimes, we will put more money in your pocket, and we may even have resources where you don't even have to sell your home. And I'd like to be able to talk to you about that, if you know someone. If you're an investor and you're looking, I have a list every week of homes that are coming up for sale on the courthouse steps. Plus, I also have a list of homes in other areas that could be a fairly substantial discount. If you'd like to see that list or want to talk to me about what it would take, hey, let's have that conversation. Again, I hope that no one ever loses their home, and yet the reality is last week 17 people lost their home. Next week, probably going to be about the same amount. So if you do know of somebody out there who's in that situation, let's talk. If I can help them, I'd certainly like to do that. If it does go to foreclosure, I'd like to talk to you about that also, on what we can do to get involved. Anyway, Dave Kidder, have a great Easter weekend, and I'll talk to you later. Thanks, bye.